have nothing.
Same sugar.
Oh
No!
Oh,
Damn!
Rogue! Oh,
Girl.
Rogue.
Whoa! Hey, what's up, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top, and I'm over here at Casa de Tank Top. I'm hanging out with my very good friends, Dustin and Morgan. Drace over there at the dojo. Drace, how you doing over there, Draces?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm wearing my best Batman shirt, ready to rock.
Best one.
Wait, we got like, that's the wrong house. Like, Batman isn't really.
Yeah.
Somebody will say it over there.
I
No,
know.
we're not talking about Batman, even though we got one over there, and we're not talking about The Simpsons, even though we got one over there. We're not talking about Lord of the Rings, even though we got one over there. We got all kinds of nerd shirts, but it's nothing about what we're talking about. What we're talking about right now is X-Men 97. We are on episode 1 right now. We're on episode 7 of season 1, and coming off of the Shi'ar, coming off of the storm, coming off of the, just like the, we had a fine time with last week's episode.
Oh, no, it was great, but I want to get back to the story.
Well, there's a central story here. You know what I mean? Like, or at least there feels like one has sort of emerged. You know what I mean? Like in the post Genosha, like kind of thing that we have going on right now. The post mutant fucking 9/11, type shit that we had going on there. And that's just, it was just more, we were so invested. We were so, like, I don't think that there's very few X-Men things out there other than like a handful of like maybe some movie moments that were pretty great or whatever it was that were as compelling as that 5th episode was. So I think that's kind of was an element of what sort of like, I don't know, just like where we were just like, space, okay, cool.
We had a
high
hangover.
Yeah.
We had a tragedy hangover.
Just a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, even though they wanted to give us a little bit of room to breathe, which is totally fine and understandable. But like, I think that we're probably gonna get
classic X-Men, like some like holy shit moment happens. Then they're like, we're gonna give you a bunch of stuff you don't care about. You're like, no,
take me back. I want to go back. I'm assuming. We gotta bury people. Like we gotta lay people to rest. I mean, like, I feel like it's possible that that's some shit that we get into. I think that, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Or shoot the remains out into space, or I don't know what the fuck. Like, I don't know like what mutants, like what they're gonna be doing. But I do feel like I feel like we're gonna come back to it. I don't think that we're gonna get like another episode where we're not dealing with the post Genosha shit. There's a bunch of different things we can get into. Ain't gonna know until we check this thing out. You guys want to get going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. All right, we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us as we go through X-Men 90. If you guys want to get early and uncut access to the next episode of X-Men 97, episode 8, and you guys want to see that right now before anybody else does, you guys. And I heard it's a crazy one because they're going to do like a big three-part finale or whatever it is. If you guys want to see that or reaction to that, you guys can do that by becoming a part of the Patreon. The link's in the top pinned comment or the description below. Click that, head on over, hit us up at the Toon tier for only $5, and that gets you full and uncut access to all of the rest of our X-Men 97 coverage, including episode 8.
I got 6 reasons why.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, his tail's got a sword.
With the third sword. Hell yes. We appreciate you guys if you guys could do that, but if you can't do that and you still want to help us out, you can hit us with a like and subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps. Never fucking hurts. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us.
The unthinkable has happened. They were dancing, drinking wine, making love.
Making love. Oh my God.
What about Bolivar Trask?
He'd need a master mold.
Oh yeah, because we had some Mr. Sinister shit right at the tail end of the last episode. So we can definitely get like a lot of the band back together because Storm's back in the fold now.
Yep.
And Professor X is coming to town. I mean, like, he's going to be showing up. I wonder if he's going to show up in this episode.
Oh, now I gotta really pay attention. What's new?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, they're going to swoop it in.
Nods to the old series and then new shit.
Yeah. Or like classic like panels and shit from the old runs and everything. Apocalypse, okay. Okay, I think we might have seen it. All right.
Oop. Oh, come on. He died.
Oh, fuck you. Oop. Funeral.
Oh, Bright Eyes. That's more an early Ox band.
He smells like a wet dog if he stays out in the rain for too long.
Life, like the cards, is wild.
I didn't know
Yet
he was a
moved through his
priest.
life, haunted by the life of bayou crime into which he was born.
Bayou crime.
Beyond saving.
My favorite kind of crime. Can we just say that? Like,
Quit making me laugh at a funeral.
yeah,
He
sorry.
was bluffed, failed to see how his sins had made him into a hero.
Oh,
Every gambler has a tell. Modesty was gambits.
I mean, not in dress, but in action.
yeah, I was about to say. Hold on. Yeah,
The man dressed like a whore. Can we all say it?
a modest Creole is
How
one
could
that
you
I
not
don't
be here?
typically run into that often. I'll
He
just say
saved-
that.
Saved her. He loved her.
Grief's a lonely war. Rogue's gotta figure it out on her own.
Oh, she's not
Logan,
there at the.
You were spared witness, and our dear Jubilee is wise to be afraid.
Oh, she's gonna go full. But Professor X is coming back to talk her down. Hopefully, maybe.
Oh,
Oh.
damn. She's just going straight. She's on a vengeance tick. That's what
Oh
she's doing.
no. Oh gosh.
She's like, no, I want to talk to the guy
Yeah.
because I'm assuming this is like a maximum security
Yeah.
thing.
But she's kind of proving how dangerous mutants
right? No, this
can
is
be.
Yeah.
You're like,
horrible.
oh
Like, this is
god.
really bad. Like, well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
but people being in a hurt,
Yeah.
horrible place post like
If you had superpowers and you were pissed off and you knew the person
about
that took
fucking
your loved ones
9/11
away,
or about
yeah.
fucking, like all that type of stuff, like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Thunderbird Ross?
We're standing in the same place built to hold the Hulk. Hinged mutant from the
Whoa,
swamp.
we're talking about the Hulk.
She ain't no
They called her a swamp monster. They called her Florida swamp monster.
not your kind. We're the good guys.
You killed those, sugar. Yeah?
Oh no.
Great line. Great
That's
line.
really good.
UN just can't commit anymore. Voters see me helping your kind.
Whoa, excuse you.
Sorry, son. Just unfortunate optics.
Optics, sir?
haha. I know all about unfortunate optics.
Right. Kind of my thing.
Never again.
No one could have seen this coming.
Magneto did. He warned us repeatedly.
Oh, shit. Jeez.
Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping.
Oh, nice. A little fucking
Laughable Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers. Nice.
Yep.
Hell yeah. And that was
Rest
him
of you go show
quoting
humanity
after
that the
9/11.
X-Men are here.
First set up and the injured started flooding in. Bad things happen. A survivor is the last thing I'd want to be. Walk with me. Would you like that?
Please.
Okay.
All right, don't be pulling a Man of Steel. We're going to start making out on a pile of dead bodies or something like that.
I mean,
Oh, Cap.
What?
what?
Yeah. Oh, my God. And it's like
Please.
the 60s fucking shit. Wow.
Gotta stop another civil war.
Yeah, right.
Rampaging. I'm hoping to use Gyrick to get our hands on Bolivar Trask. He built the Sentinels.
Maybe this is kind of like a just right around a pre-Civil War like kind of captain because he seems like he's sort of not doing things exactly by the book in this
Right?
moment.
Gyrick was transferred to a facility in Mexico City. Once I get the thumbs up, I'll lead my team to Mexico to apprehend Gyrick.
I like that she's still just holding his shield. It's like, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm going to keep a hold of this.
That you stand with mutants. Unless you don't now.
Uh-oh.
Gotta do
Yeah.
this by the book.
Well, if your hands are tied, you won't be needing this.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
She's like,
Go
fetch.
fetch.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously.
So it's like, are you an ally or not?
Oh, sick.
War's coming.
Oh, God.
You call your mom?
I'm on a ski trip in the Alps. Don't you look at me like that.
He's still closeted.
These are like kids that like join the army in like March of 2001.
This is what happened when your son goes skiing in the Alps.
Look what happens when we don't hide. When we shove it in their face.
One of the best.
Shut.
fucking-
Oh.
I just know I wouldn't want my parents finding out who I was on the 5 o'clock news.
Mm.
Don't want them burying a stranger.
Hmm.
Will you come with me?
This is gonna be hard.
Gonna go have the talk. No.
Oh,
The little
no.
guy.
Perhaps the professor's vision for the future was too nearsighted, and begging for your tolerance was our first
Like
mistake.
all the mutants are sort of
everybody's getting radicalized.
Like they're just getting fucking pissed the fuck off, man. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is like
Frustrating.
watching your friends. His friends are literally dead.
people are literally dying on a multitude.
And they
of
just
fronts.
smash a window and they're like, "Whoa, window smashing."
Whereas like now, if somebody wins like a fucking hockey championship, then you know. Whatever.
Yeah, that's just rapscallionism. They give him opera and a bug collection. Come on.
Oh yeah, Hannibal Lecter hanging out over here. They kind of did that same thing with him in the other scene too.
They gave him a Hawaii shirt.
Yep.
Aren't the only ones making friends in high places.
Ooh.
Honey, this ain't that sort of pro.
Also, she also takes like knowledge and shit too. You know, like. Whoa.
Oh no.
What is that?
What was that?
Nimrod?
This much death can stain a place. So many last thoughts, unfulfilled dreams.
I'm sorry, Jean, for how complicated things got between us.
For brain DMing.
Someone up ahead. A telepath.
Madeline.
They found someone.
Or is it Professor X? Or what's going on? Like.
Ooh.
It's, yeah.
Is it Emma?
Diamond. Yeah, turned diamond.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps a dormant mutation triggered by duress?
Oh, so she just
always
got
done
it. Oh shit. Okay.
Under pressure.
See, Ishii even has a quippy little
I know, right?
comeback. But she's like, okay, I turned into a diamond. What am I gonna say? Pressure? Yeah. Well, under pressure. There we go. It was like how many days? It was like 8 days.
Sinister promised to help me get my life back. He didn't say it'd be a mutant massacre.
Oh damn.
Why would we? Lobby vending machine is never out of diet. Come see the horrifying face of your future.
So he was like, I wanted to get rid of all the mutants, but this is crazy, whatever they're planning.
Right. Well, this was like the first shots off the bow of something else.
Oh God.
Hey. You got this,
No.
okay? We go in, charm with small talk, and...
I'm a mutant.
Ooh.
Or that.
Sometimes you gotta rip the Band-Aid off.
4 of our homes have caught fire mysteriously since you turned 16.
She's like, oh, I've always known you, fucking weirdo. Like,
your father and I agreed. It was your secret to tell.
Oh.
A mother knows, Roberto. And you would be one of the X-Men, if I'm not mistaken.
and you're one of the scenester queer girls that he's been hanging out with in the big city recently.
Jeez.
Private.
Oh, see, this is where it turns.
Yeah.
Honey, shareholders are rattled by anything mutant related, especially after this awful.
What about the profits?
They can't. And how to be more discreet.
Spritzers?
Is there ever a single fucking time where we can go to Mexico where it's not the Day of the Dead, though, y'all? Like, seriously? Like, it's... I just feel like in American media, it's just like perpetually Day of the Dead, like, no matter what.
You sure
It makes
pulled the
sense
short
here.
straw in the
Well, just 'cause,
adopted
like...
department,
I
didn't
get
you?
it.
Got the gal who goes bonkers over losing a boy.
Those voice actresses.
She's killing it, man. She's doing great.
But she did not cause Gambit or Magneto to be killed. She helped them live.
No.
This is the first time she's crying about it, man. She hasn't allowed herself to do it.
No,
you know?
she was crying over his dead body.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess like
Remember
probably
when she
since
couldn't feel
that
him?
moment, you know, like.
Yet you nearly ruined my surprise.
Oh, fuck. Just murdering him.
He's like, this is the last song you're gonna hear, not your opera. You're gonna hear.
Right.
Praise be, they're never out of diet.
I wouldn't drink the evil.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Cola.
Like, how long
What
has
if
that
they-
been in there? Like, oh.
Well, what
fuck.
if they put a poison one just...
It's a bunch of Silver Surfers in here? What the fuck is this shit?
Maybe we ask poor man's Oppenheimer before he...
Oh my god, he's about... Whatever he knows is about to happen, he's like...
We're gonna have to save this dirtbag from himself, aren't we?
Now, don't do anything silly.
Group that rose from the ashes of my old Sentinel program.
So these are like Sentinels that are like, can impersonate mutants and shit?
Technology in these cases is light years ahead of ours today. How could he even obtain such access?
Time travel.
Easy, boy.
Yeah.
You want redemption? Help us get the real bad guy.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
Same sugar.
Oh
no!
Oh,
damn!
Rogue! Oh,
Girl.
Rogue.
Is Nightcrawler with him? No. Was Nightcrawler with him? He could. Whoa!
When she absorbed that guy, though.
We all wanted to do.
Wolverine's here for the bad girl.
Come put a good man, my man.
Terminate.
Oh! Oh! Jesus. Okay.
Whoa.
He's one of them. It's a Sentinel that can fucking impersonate human or whoever.
Trask has mutated into some sort of
human Sentinel. Okay.
Oh, maybe when the humans die, they turn into...
Protocol activated. Terminate mutants.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Damn.
Oh, I saw Stark Industries in the background.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you did? I didn't see it.
Well,
Nice.
yeah.
Hope there wasn't like a custodian on the top floor or something.
You're right?
Like Marv, the fucking janitor.
X-Men, take him down.
So they like in...
Silver's here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
All right. Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh no. It was Morph.
Morph as, yeah.
Okay, it was Morph as him. Okay.
I always forget. It's so hard
Oh
to
no,
like,
yeah, of course. Like unless you see him
track of
transform into
But
it.
also, Morph was a puddle. Is he dead?
Oh shit. Damn.
Jesus. Mutants neutralized.
Neutralized is different.
It's different than dead. Terminated. Yeah, it's different than terminated.
Tell me,
Jesus.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
To be abandoned by the future.
Whoa. Oh damn. EMP. EMP.
Yep.
Bishop. Or one of them. All of them. Yes.
Oh my god. Nathan.
Let's skip the reunion.
Cool shot too, the reflection in the fucking visor. That was awesome.
You and the villains of old have been failing since '92 to squash these pests. What you would do is my roadmap for what not to do.
Who is this? I recognize this fucking voice actor for Bastion.
And our empire shall welcome a new emperor, Professor Charles.
Oh damn, so they know about him.
A purple people eater again. Okay.
Oh!
Oh gosh.
Nifty bot, right? Softens follicles, opens pores, makes the flesh.
Oh my god.
Pliable. This way, once I have to get to work,
whoa.
Smooth. Simply listen and obey. You were born for this.
Damn.
I mean, I knew Magneto was still
Yeah,
alive,
right. We didn't have a
but-
body, so it was like, okay, but. Whoa, that's more like
Why
it.
is he shaving him? What is he?
Oh, whoa, Theo James, who's White Lotus, and remember like the tall himbo guy, like that was like.
Oh yeah, he was also in those not Uncharted. Those like,
Right.
the Divergent movies.
Yeah, and like and he was just in that Guy Ritchie Netflix like show or whatever it was. I knew that motherfucker. Like, okay, cool, right?
Yeah.
We know he can play like a smug dickhead.
Yeah.
I never thought of
With a big old dick.
him as a voice actor, but I mean, that was pretty good.
I think. Well, you want to know what I think he was ripping some voice acting in threat like before he kind of got like the big sort of hit type of things like kind of going or whatever. I think.
And then like the subtitles told us that his name's Bastion. Dustin, do you know who that is?
Or
is that a spoiler for me?
Not really.
I mean, they told us his name.
I've heard of Bastion, and I think Bastion was Bastion in the original run. I feel like he was.
Yeah, he's like basically like he possesses we kept seeing like every time he was like, oh, what's that big like it's Nimrod is also Nimrod's kind of like a cross between like Master Mold and Sentinels. He's like kind of in that same vein.
Yeah.
Just like an AI kind of almost like a Ultron kind of like
interesting
Sentinel.
But melded with is he all mech or is he like a cyborgish?
Yeah, I think he's a cyborg.
Okay, right on. I mean, we're getting into cyborgish shit. We got cables hanging out. We're doing all this shit. You know what I mean? Like so. And now that's like a principal component of what the Sentinels are. Are they taking future tech and bringing it back here? Is that what's going on?
I think he wants to turn probably most humans into that
hybrid.
He wants to evolve humans into anti-mutant things, and that's why Trask was like,
if they die,
I am very racist against anything weird.
Oh, now we're talking.
You
about
got to be the most normal.
Erasing humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, you went so anti-mutant racist that you circled back to like pro making weirdos.
Yeah, in order to save the human race, you will essentially kind of end
the human race
in a certain sense. You know what I mean? Like or whatever. Yeah. Or no, it's like
so anti-weirdo.
Right.
We're all being weirdos.
Or it's like
to kill the wrong weirdos.
It's like on certain things, like on certain issues where a libertarian goes so to the other thing that they kind of end up like kind of being on the left like a little bit or whatever. You know what I mean? That's a little more like it. Like this is this is a good episode.
Kind of conspiracies and Grand World and then man, we got Avengers in it and
yeah.
What are they?
I was actually just reminded there's like an alternate Earth timeline where Rogue and Captain America have a daughter.
Oh shit! Nice. There we go.
He does like a strong woman who gives him the business.
Rogue Rogers over there or something. Yeah.
And an accent. He loves like a very distinct accent.
There's not enough women in the Avengers, so he's got to go over and go fuck a mutant.
I mean, that was me. Like when I was in high school, man. I had to go to like I couldn't.
You had to go to college.
Not to go to college, but like I had to pool outside of my hometown. You know what I mean? Like to like, and also like it was such a small one that like nobody like knew literally every embarrassing fucking terrible thing that like I had ever happened to me, happened to me, or did myself.
No social media back then, kids.
Well, also, all the Caps women are dead.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's like, oh, who are all these like like to him like mutants are like exotic, So he's like,
he's like, you're strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we picked up the stuff that we're the most invested in right now. You know what I mean? Like, and I gotta say, I mean, this was a fucking like really. This show is really, really great. It seems as at moving at an incredibly rapid pace, but really kind of like having fucking bars of like really good, potent dialogue that is like efficient and gets to the heart of the matter and just emotionally kind of brings you to like where they want to do. And it doesn't feel like I don't know, I guess maybe it's just because like we haven't been as invested in this part like at this point in the story and with this specific plot line, like we're just invested, you know what I mean? Like obviously, but I do think that like they're handling it really well, and they're handling it. It's like it's like we're this is like the concentrate, or something like that. Like I don't know, like it's all I don't know. I've been impressed in how rapidly the show can kind of move forward, but still keep things like feeling pretty organic and pretty, I don't know, just kind of right for the story that they're telling. Like all the grief shit is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, and I love that like we're finally at a point where we can do X-Men storytelling and not be Saturday morning cartoony about it. You know, whereas like we're like Wolverine back, yeah, I wanted to murder that guy too. It's like, yeah, that was great.
He's an ally. He supports women's wrongs.
Yeah.
Totally.
Ally.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
Wolverine, ultimate ally.
ultimate ally. Right.
He will hold your hair back while you, I don't know, puke psychic energy into someone's face and melt it off.
Right, totally.
Or whatever mutants do. I don't know.
It's a whatever my lady's about, I'm about to, you know. Like
I am like deeply there's so much like that I love, like I love all the side stories mixing together, but I am deeply uninterested in Jean Grey's love life or like.
Oh, I mean that's always kind of been the
Is that just the thing? I'm just like every time we're like hovering on that. I like seeing Cyclops like in his like, you know, being driven to the edge where he's like he's gonna be on the murder team with Rogue. Like,
well, I mean, no.
I like watching that.
Well, they're almost they're either maybe they're just kind of teasing a bunch of these different, but like they're sort of teasing it like, you know, some Civil War-ish like kind of like type stuff like, and there's
Mutant Registration Act.
Yeah, like and then but also I mean like there's that run, and I haven't read it. I've only had it kind of, but there's that run where fucking Scott turns into like a villain for a good long while. Like, you know what I mean?
I love
like,
a villain.
And so
he goes full dictator. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But I love to watch it.
Well, no, I mean, like, but again, it's
fictional
like
dictators. I'll watch them all day.
They extrapolate elements about like, you know, certain elements.
He finally realizes Magneto was right. He's kind of just like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Where were you? Like, you know, he's like, I think at a certain, and this Scott is on that path where he's just like, every time I try and protect you, you just like do the thing that we were trying to avoid, and you just keep kicking us all the time. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need you anymore.
Yeah. And like, and but also still like, he's still of the two minds, because like, or he'll do that like when, I mean, you just like the fact that he's sort of like this, it's this whole, we're not doing this turn the other cheek type of bullshit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like anymore. Like we're going to like, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I'm going to actively fucking note when I'm displeased and when you are being a shit and when you're being, you know, no good. Like I'm just going to, I'm going to do what any rational person, you know, or community or whatever would do. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, and that's, it's this whole, yeah, rules for thee, but not for me type shit that like humans like to do with fucking mutants and shit. And like, and he's sort of getting fed up with it, but then like turns over and like I did like that line where he was just like, you know, he goes like, we do have to like be this example. Like we gotta lead by example. In like I don't have to sit here like just the fact that he can just give any type of clap back. He's not. It's like, listen, I don't work at a fucking Applebee's. If you're gonna be a dickhead to me, I'm gonna fucking tell you that you're a piece of shit. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and so, but then also it's just like, we got to be out there and we got to be like the best that we can possibly be.
But he also is like the ultimate guy who's like all about like, we need to give mutants hope, you know?
Well, no, and it's more for them. It's for them. You know what I mean? And that shit really, that was really good.
Oh,
like,
constantly. Because it's like anytime you're in a fight, even if you're right, like, I mean, we work at our bar and like, you want to say, fuck you, you piece of shit, get the fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
But, you know, then that's going to be like an hour and a half of them being mad that you yelled.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, my life, I only have so many years of life left. Why am I spending it arguing with this dickhead?
Right.
So sometimes you're just like, you just got to be like the better person because it's better for you.
Yeah. And it's like, and also once you figure out that is honestly you playing into what they want. They want the conflict. They want that energy. They want you to match it. And there's nothing that pisses off somebody who's on one, who's being erratic. If you fucking don't give them anything, if you don't give them a single thing.
Give them nothing.
Like you kind of, Now, again, easier said than done. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
Like,
because we're not
obviously.
dealing with genocide.
Right, true, 100%.
We're dealing with like a grumpy drunk person.
Yeah, it was like, what do you mean it's last call or whatever? You know what I mean? Like,
So like, you know, the stakes are a lot lower.
No, but
so I'm like, you know what I would do.
Right. But it is. I do think that is a thing, like where I think, and he's aware of it, and a lot of them are aware of it. Like Beast is aware of it, and a lot of other, like where they're just like, where it's like, this is what they want us to do. Like this is how they want us to just confirm like the ways in which they have portrayed us. You know what I mean? Like and characterized us and shit. And so, and all that stuff, like just that whole. They've been handling that stuff very well, and they did great with this episode. Like all of the emotional beats, like really hit. You know, Nightcrawler doing like kind of giving the eulogy was fucking. It was just really everything was good, man. Like everything regarding and around like loss was just like fucking really well handled. It was crazy. I mean, Captain America showed up in this episode in this shit, like pretty
and
crazy.
It ended
like
with a man-on-man shaving scene, and you know I love those.
Yeah, totally, 100%. I mean, like it is. Love that they had like a very comic accurate. I mean, like that is the Captain America suit. You know what I mean? Like,
it was so good.
And also, he was like a little like he's doing the Cyclops thing, like where he's like, well, I got my optics that I gotta fucking worry about, but also he's clearly like, there's an element of I think like I don't know, I guess like I mean, I don't know, dangerous necessarily, right? But like, there's an element of him kind of operating outside of the confines of like, you know, the systems that he's kind of, you know, that, I mean, that's the whole, that's the interesting part about Captain America that they kind of were able to unlock like throughout, you know, within Bucky Barnes and shit like that. And just how they were able to recontextualize him is just having, you know, this whole discussion about this guy who is so committed to this ideal and this idea, you know what I mean, of what it.
But wasn't he still answering to someone? Because he kept saying, "I have to get a."
Oh no, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. He's up 2 nines. I mean, like that's. I was saying he's kind of mirroring Scott in a certain sense, like where he's like, where you could see there's a guy that would be like, "Go fuck yourself." We're going to Civil War. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then there's also, but he's still towing the line. You know what I mean? Like in a certain sense.
But like the stuff with like the DaCostas was so perfect. You know, that like, oh yeah, we knew you were a mutant. But like we gotta worry about stock prices. You know,
because back in the day, you would be like, if you're a super rich kid, you could see a supportive, like kind of woke parents being like, oh yeah, we're gonna get you a wife, don't worry, and you can have all the lovers you want. You just have to like, listen, we know like 5 gay men.
You Nor and Rhaenyra that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like we're all good. Yeah.
But you not in public, obviously.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah. We're gonna rock Hudson it. We're gonna deny.
Is that worse? Is that worse?
I don't know.
It's
well, it's one of those things where it's like, again, especially, well, it's worse in this moment when you need all the people that can help you to help you, and then and like we're going to kind of handicap that in a certain way. It's like, well, I guess you can do it, but no cameras or whatever it is. Like, well, it's very or it's very kind of they're of a very 90s don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, don't
like,
flaunt it in my face. Don't bring your lover to dinner.
100%. Yeah, and so they're kind of like they're doing some stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. I think like it's probably like what people will. It's like I think it's sort of like how progress sort of happens, like things that like maybe a 19-year-old or a 17-year-old would rightly be like, I would never fucking put up with that. But given the context and where they find themselves at that point in history, it's a step forward. And it's hard, sometimes it's hard to like kind of reconcile like that a little bit, like what once was something that people were super thankful for. Like I remember like there was like a friend of mine that was, he was like a friend of a friend, and he was like older and gay, and he was like kind of frustrated with the like marriage equality thing because there was definitely some people that were just like, we gotta have, it has to be marriage, it has to be that. And he goes like, he's like, and there was like the whole like civil union thing versus marriage bullshit, and like, which is obviously fucking insane, you know what I mean, if you're really talking about it. But at that point he was like there are people whose partners have been who they've been with for 30, 40 years can't do it. He was like, call it bananas, call it ice cream. I don't give a shit. I just need we like and so there was like a bit of a but even though
you know what like you think about back in the day, so you think about the Kitty Genovese case, right? And we all remember it for the one reason. But the actual tragedy is not having whatever protections for couples. Yes. Because she was living with her girlfriend, and they had a fucking, I don't know if it was a dog or a cat, but this like fucking gutted me. Yeah. This her girlfriend is murdered horrifically. They have been together, and the parents came and like took the pet, kicked her out of her house. Ugh. She had a whole life, and that happened over and over and over and over again. So yeah, like I see why your friend would be like, I don't care what we call it. Right. Literally, the house is on fire.
Right. Or he was just saying like where I think the way that I remember the way that he explained it, where he goes like, there's two boats that can pull me out of the stormy waters, and one of them is literally called an ambulance, and one of them isn't. I don't fucking care. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's like and that's kind of where there's, and that's the vestige of compromise, and hopefully we get there and progress, and it's never going to be perfect the first time out. You know what I mean? And it's a process. And that really perfectly and it was good. It was a great scene too, because it was like this really sweet kind of moment of relief. It's like it was a little bit of the answer to the Singer verse. Like that's a terrible thing to say, but let's call it the Fox verse. Like when old girl was just like, "Have you tried not being a mutant?" To I think it was like Bobby or somebody or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And again, that was. I mean, not to say that it wasn't again, X-Men has always been incredible. I mean, what was the I can't remember, what was the virus called that only affected mutants that they started. It was like something I remember that line but that was their thing. They were talking about the AIDS crisis and shit. You know what I mean? And so it's always been there. But I think Singer obviously kind of brought that to the very much into the forefront. And that was a nice little answer to that, where it's just let's represent something that can kind of feel good, but also it's this weird. I'm sure it's how a lot of fucking parents. How a lot of people feel with their parents, where he goes you're my kid, I love you, but there's a weird fundamental break in just how I view this element of your life, and especially us again being the ages that we are. There was a lot of those scenarios that were just hitting in a very big and real way. And I remember we had a little bit of a conversation. I think. Not that long ago, on one of our reacts, where we're just we were kind of being how are people cool with the Avengers, but not cool with well, no, but the reason is that it doesn't make sense because it's racism. It doesn't. It ceases to make any type of actual fucking sense at all. You know what I mean? And that's sort of a when you team up with them. I mean, you can have that conversation. You know what I mean? And so maybe that's again. I think they're handling it very well. I mean, it just feel they're doing they're in their fucking. Seems like they're in their bag with this right now. Where I'm pretty sold on just about everything. It's good to be back in these waters. It's good to be seeing some of this stuff. It's everything.
It gives me hope that the X-Men will be good in the MCU,
captivating in that arena, and they could possibly do it. So anyway, we're having a great time over there. If you guys are having a great time and you guys want to see us having a time, I'm assuming it's not going to be great with these next couple 2-3 episodes that we got going on over here, especially episode 8, which is what's available right now on our Patreon. The link's in the top end comment of the description below. You click that, you head on over, hit us up at the Tune tier. $5 gets you access, because that buys you a whole month, so you guys get early access to the rest of our X-Men 97 coverage, including episode 8 right now. So we hope you guys consider doing that. But if you can't do that, still want to help us out, you can hit us with a like and subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps. It never fucking hurts. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, and we'll check y'all later.